Well, it's 5:45, May 31st. I'm leaving the Pines Hostel after 2 0 days and a Nero. Unplanned extended vacation here from the hike. Hoping the foot and leg would heal up. Feeling a lot better. Still swollen all to hell. Still has some pain, but we're moving on. Got two options today. Go all the way to Daleville, which is about 25 miles. I can get to the outfitter there and hopefully get some new shoes and socks, and I think that might help my feet some. I don't know for sure, but these socks have got a lot of miles on them now. Both the socks and the shoes were used for a couple hundred miles before I even started the trail, and I'm over 700 miles into the trail now, or right there about 700. So anyway, I'm going to give that a shot. If I don't make it to Daleville because of weather or because of the feet and the legs, I'll stop at the shelter, the last one before that, but that still gives me like 10 miles to go in the morning because the shelter's not that far away. It's only about 15. Weather has been holding off. They've been threatening all these thunderstorms. We've had some really black clouds, but nothing has really materialized yesterday and even last night. Of course, evening seems to be a little better weather reports. Maybe I should consider night hiking. Get out of the rain, sleep during the day in the shelters when it's raining. It's supposed to be nice until about 2 o'clock again. Then the chances start increasing. Every hour the chances go up. If I'm still hiking by 4 or 5 o'clock, there's a good chance I'll be in like 85% chance of rain. Heavy rain. I'm talking up to half an inch. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, I'm going to munch on a Pop-Tart. I broke down and bought a couple for breakfast today and tomorrow because I didn't want to invest in a bunch of tortilla shells just to pack them in for another day. I can get a better deal at Daleville at the grocery store. Like Catawba grocery is way expensive. So anyway, it's road walking for about 3/10 of a mile, and then I'll pick up the trail again. Unless I miss the mark, then I won't know until I get to the store. Anyway, that's where we're at. Got a little turtle sitting here. He had his front legs and his head stuck out till I stepped over him, and then he ducked inside, so can't get him to get his head out. He doesn't want to. Anyway, there he's got his head out a little bit. Looks like he's got his mouth open. He wants to bite. So, a little different wildlife. I'm up here on a ridge again. I gave you the view I got off to my right hand side. It'd be the east side. Looks like the reservoir out there, or the river, or a river. I know there's a reservoir I was supposed to be going around. That might be it. I'm headed up these rocks. You can see the white blaze. I'm not positive, but I think I may be starting onto the what they call the Tinker's Cliff. I don't know for sure. I'll have to look it up and see what I find on Good Hooks. Well, it's 10 after 1. Just got to Lambert's Meadow. Nobody here. Sun's still shining. Heard a strange noise. I don't know if it was thunder or what a little bit ago. They've apparently had some bear problems though, because we got a massive storage unit for the bears for protecting food. Almost big enough that I could climb into it. Shelter itself is looking like it's been around for a while. Wonder what kind of critters we got living in it. Always an interest. There we got the plants growing up inside. Boy, this is definitely going to be a mouse haven, I can see that. What do we got here? Looks like maybe a bird nest. Yeah, definitely old. No date written on this one. Yeah, there's another bird nest. So, don't know. Oh, here we are. Something RATCJUBY something S 1972. Yeah, this is definitely an old shelter. Look at all these cute little holes for the mice. If it wasn't for the threat of rain, then again, we could also continue on. Sounds like a good water supply down below. And I saw a privy on my way walking down, so I know there's one down in here someplace. Oh, way out there if you look. Ooh, look at the water down in there. Yeah, nice waterfall. Alright. Well, I'm gonna take a look at the book and take a look at the time, eat something, and make a decision. Well, the rain just quit. And we're looking at the reservoir that I thought was back at the other spot, so I guess I'm really turned around as to what's going on. Rain broke loose about 3:30. It's 3:50 now. Hopefully that was a short and sweet storm, because we got blue skies to the east, but not so good the rest of the way. That dead ahead is looking really bad. But anyway, I'm not too far from town, probably about 3 miles. Now, this is the kind of thing that needs to be put in many more areas on the AT. You can see the muck that the trail has turned into. You have water on both sides. The only way to get around it would be to go way out around, damaging more property, tearing up more land, making the mess even bigger. So instead, put these kind of rails in. They slow you down a little bit. You got to be careful walking on them. They can be slick. And of course you don't want to misstep. Could hurt. But why are these not in more places? And of course they kind of ended this one before it was ready. But be a great idea, people who are doing trail maintenance, to consider. Just realized as I was uploading some videos, I hadn't done a wrap-up video for yesterday after I got to Daleville. So here it is now, and I'll add this to the end when I post it, even though today is the 6th. I got to Daleville really with no trouble. Outside of my leg was killing me because I hiked basically 27 miles to get here. And not only the leg, but the ankle and the foot and everything. So I decided to go down. I got to the outfitters and got me some new shoes, which I hope is going to help. Also replace my socks. While I was there, I decided to change in my tent system since it's raining so damn much. Setting up a tent and taking it down when it's wet like that is just a literal pain in the butt. You can't ever dry it out, and it just continues to get wetter and wetter to the point to where your sleeping bag and your gear basically end up wet all the time. And so when the weather's like that, I try and stay in the shelters, but the shelters are getting to where they're pretty full because everybody else is doing the same thing. So switched out to a hammock, and but the whole works, bug screen and the suspension system, the tarp, everything, $245, so we'll give it a shot. Comes in at, I believe it was either 45 or 48 ounces, so it really doesn't come in being any heavier than what my tent and that came out to. So I'm going to be sending my tent back. I'm also going to send back my sleeping pad and gamble that I don't need it. Since the weather is warm, even though in the rain, it still is plenty warm at night. I'm not going to worry about an underquilt or anything like that. I'll just use my sleeping bag, which is rated for 20 degrees, so it's plenty warm. And I'm a warm sleeper anyway. Half the time I'm not even in my sleeping bag. I'm on top of it because I start sweating so bad I'm so warm. I will keep the not the rain fly, but the ground cloth, my Thru-Hike ground cloth. I'm going to keep that, and I'll see if I can't rig that up somehow on the outside of the hammock to help protect wind and that from coming up underneath like that. So anyway, that's where that goes. I then also couldn't get to the doctor yesterday, so I had to go Saturday morning, and I'll put that on the next video. So with that, we wrap up not only the May 31st, but the end of the month for things.